Now, these young men have been doing some good work, young men and women. This is not a political motive. It's a state emergency. Is that Ama governor? Oh, that's her. Okay, I didn't know how she looks like. Okay, I've read about her. All right. Stop Galamsey, stop Galamsey, stop Galamsey. The Democracy Hub, the organization formed by Oliver Vomaho, has been consistent with Galamsey. So they put up another Galamsey demonstration. But here's something I don't like about what they do, and I'm sure many people don't like it. We are doing a demonstration, and I almost attended, but I had traveled and I didn't come early, and so I couldn't make it. I told Oliver that I'll be there. I'll be at the Galamsey event. Oh, I like. Look at this elderly woman. Less gold, more green. I really like this one. Save the children. Oh, wow. This is very, very important. And they put themselves together, and we have to congratulate them for doing that as young people. Next time, I'll definitely join them in support of something that is a good cause. But they were copying something that the earlier Galamseyers did, which they shouldn't have. Let me show you the first song that was sung by Sami Jemfi and his people when they were doing their anti-Galamsey protest in 2024. Have a look. That's what they said. Kum nanado maye na ose o maino. That's something. I mean, in those days we spoke about it. Nobody wanted to hear because there was a groundswell of propaganda against Akufo-Addo managed by the National Democratic Congress for the sake of election victory. They said all kinds of things. Nana Akufo-Addo is not the kind of person who will be responding and arresting anybody. If you can talk about him all you want, he doesn't arrest. When Manasseh Azuri spoke about him that he has a militia at the Flagstaff House, they didn't go and arrest him for causing fear and panic. Akufo-Addo sued him at the National Media Commission. Manasseh was represented by his lawyer, Samson Ladi and co., and the matter was resolved. Somebody would have said, you say the president has a militia, you are causing fear and panic. Nobody worried him. Akufo-Addo is a true Democrat, isn't he? So he ignored all of these things. Now, today, I saw in the video the Galamseyers singing the same song with John Mohammed's name. And I'm going to call them out and condemn all of these things. It's not great. We don't do that as a country. We are a culture that respects our elders. It doesn't mean we cannot judge our elders. We can judge our elders. We can say they've done wrong, they've done right. In fact, we go to vote against them all the time. We can say anything about them. But to wish them dead is evil, it's wrong. Whether we are playing with it, whether it's a joke, we shouldn't do that. It's very, very wrong for that to happen. Look at this video. I think it's important for us to condemn this, and if you are sending us a message on Good Evening Ghana official, send us a message about what you think about it. We are against it. We don't like that. You can run. You should do the demonstration. In fact, we commend the demonstration, but you cannot say wish the leader dead. That's wrong. That is very, very wrong. We should not do that. Whether it's Nanado, whether it's Akufo-Addo, whether it's President Akufo-Addo or President Akufo-Addo or President Mahama or President Kufuor or President Bawumia or President Kennedy or President Asedun Ketia or President Julius Debra or President Ato Forsin or President Haruna Idrisu or President Brian Achampon or President Educhum or President Paul Adom-Otchere. You can't say that about the leader. You shouldn't. You shouldn't say that about the leader. You shouldn't wish the leader dead. It's uncultured. It's not part of Ghanaian culture. It's contrary to how we have all been brought up. You go to do a demonstration, you say, stop Galamsey, Mr. President, we don't like that. But you go and say, Kuma, Mama, Yeradi, Kuma, or yeah, Galamsey. Did you see Mahama doing Galamsey? But that's not the point. He's the policy owner, so he's still responsible for it. But we can't wish him dead. Akufo-Addo or say or mine, so we wish him dead. That is something we shouldn't do. And we are going to call them out for that. Hopefully they are listening. Maybe they won't listen, but we all still have to commend the team for putting up a Galamsey vigil. This was on Sunday night, I believe, when they put up the Galamsey vigil. And we think that they shouldn't do that. That's what we are calling them out on.